Hello, and welcome to the Coach Me series, where I do my best to rank up or compete in different video games and upload my gameplay in hopes that better players will find it, offer advice on how to get better. If you're just starting out, great. You can come along with me as I figure it out, and if you're more advanced in sim racing, feel free to leave some tips in the comments section. We can use all the help we can, so thanks for joining us. This week on our first episode, I'll show you what equipment I use for sim racing, what game I like to play, and what car is my favorite when it comes to competing in online rank. Also, some highlights from our first week on the track. Thank you very much for joining us, and let's get started. All of my equipment runs on the PlayStation 5. After a big update last year, my favorite racing game became compatible with the PlayStation VR 2, so I had to grab one, and honestly, best VR experience I've ever had, solid 10 out of 10. To mount everything, I went with the Logitech Playseat trophy. My old frame was pretty cheaply made, so the first chance I got, I upgraded, and it is fantastic. Next up, the Logitech Pro Racing pedals. I love these. They're well built. They have a heavy-duty feel. When I hit the brakes, there's good resistance. And when I need precision, the gas pedal gives me great feedback. Finally, the star of the show, the Logitech Pro Racing wheel. This thing is insane. Very strong feedback. Literally makes me feel like I'm driving a car. This is my setup. It really helps me get in the game, and I have a lot of fun with it. I'll have links below for all the parts if you're interested. So, we're going to be playing Gran Tourismo Sport Mode, which is their version of Ranked Play. I'm a big fan of Honda, so we'll be using the NSX. I'm pretty sure the car is maybe middle of the pack as far as any tier list goes, but that's fine with me because I drive a Honda myself, so hey, you got to stand for something, right? The race we entered this week was Daily Race B, Sardegna, Road Track A. It's a 5-lap race, which I like because I'm not ready for the 15-lap races with pit stops just yet. After entering the race, I had some time to qualify, so I ran some laps, and with the best lap time of 1:46.25, I was able to start in 9th place. I finished the race in 5th place and planned on racing till I could get a first place finish. Before we get to the race of the week, here's a quick look at the highs and lows from this week's shot at the podium. It's time for passes and crashes. We got a race here.
The lights are on, the tension is unbearable, and somewhere a single tear rolls down the cheek of a motorsport fan. Why? Because this is the race that will be spoken of for generations, whispered about in pit lanes and karaoke bars alike. Behind the wheel, Bilsbury, a man whose Honda NSX has been tuned with such precision, scientists have considered studying it instead of particle physics. Every corner is a battle, every straight is a test of sheer willpower, and every rival is merely an obstacle in his glorious destiny. This isn't just the race of the week, this is the race that could alter the very course of racing history. Hold on to your snacks, folks, it's about to get legendary. Well, he's done it, folks. The hard work, the dedication, it's all paid off as Bilsbury takes the checkered flag with a first-place finish in episode 1 of the Coach Me series. What a way to kick things off. Thank you for joining us, and be sure to tune in next time for more action on the track.